And you know what would be really interesting, of which this is very well possible? The Liver King, he's playing 4D chess with us. Coach Greg, and in today's video, the coach who leaked and exposed the Liver King, well, we seem to know who it is. We can't be 100% sure, but well, we're about 99% sure at this point.
So buckle up. This is what we're going to talk about. Last night, from one of you guys out there, someone sent me a link to a Reddit. I went on the Reddit, I started reading the Reddit, and my mind was blown.
And so who is this coach? Well, it just happens to be a very close friend to Derek from More Plates, More Dates. This was actually posted on Reddit. It went into detail, exposing exactly why we think that Vigorous Steve is in fact the Liver King's coach. And so there are several clues that make it seem like Vigorous Steve was in fact Liver King's coach. The first is that this coach is from a time zone about 12 hours apart from the Liver King. And so it can't be anyone in Canada, the United States. It has to be halfway across the world.
I live in Thailand. My fault, not your fault. I live in Thailand, which is pretty much the opposite time zone of the Western world.
And Vigorous Steve, who lives in Thailand, just happens to be about 12 hours apart from Liver King. And the next clue, and I feel as if it's Sherlock Holmes doing this investigation, is that Vigorous Steve had just had an MRI done, and he made it public on YouTube.
And let's close off this video with the cardiac MRI results, which were performed on the same day as the cardiac echocardiogram or cardiac ultrasound.
And Liver King wrote and said, I hope you've done well on your MRI. And so what are the odds of this? Somebody just had an MRI, made it public, and he speaks to this and lives in Thailand. And add to that Liver King was asked to do compulsory poses, quarter turns, front double bicep, and so on. Well, Vigorous Steve is in fact a bodybuilder, and he would know how to do those poses. Not all coaches are going to say, hey, I want to see you do a back double bicep. And given the fact that these private emails were shared to someone, it seems to make sense that it would have to be from a friend of Derek. And so this is not definitive proof, but it is a very strong case to say Vigorous Steve is most likely the coach of the Liver King. And so is it in fact Vigorous Steve? Well, I'm hoping Vigorous Steve will make a video to address this. Whether it's him or not him, don't we want to know? If somebody is accusing you of this, somebody saying, hey, I think it's you, you can very easily make a video and say, nope, it isn't. Great guess. I can see why you thought that, but it's not me. Or you can say, yeah, it's me. I did it. So what? I can do what I want. Now, if you go to Reddit and you want to see this information, of which thousands of people have already seen it, well, you can't see it anymore. Why? Well, because Derek or his moderators decided to take it down. Why would we want anyone to know the truth? Why would we want the public to find out about this? And so you can debate me on whether or not these emails should be leaked. But should we then go and censor our Reddit forums and take down the posts that people are making? When people write comments on my wall, I don't like Coach Greg. I think he's an a-hole. I hate this guy. He's a manlet. Do you think I go there and take the post down? That I delete them? I don't do that. People can write what they want. And so if somebody has a story and it's interesting, and of course, anything talking about the Liver King right now, everyone's going to watch. Derek exposed the Liver King. He already has, in a matter of 2 days, 2 million views. One of his best, most entertaining videos of all time. 2 days, 2 million views. And so, of course, everyone is going to talk about it. And so there's a huge financial incentive to talk about this, discuss it, go back and forth. And you know what would be really interesting, of which this is very well possible? The Liver King, he's playing 4D chess with us. Not 3D, 4D. He's light years ahead of us.
Liver King is smart. This guy premeditated a way to rip people off. And I say rip people off because it was sold under false pretenses.
Perhaps the Liver King is a genius in disguise. You're all thinking, oh, this ended the Liver King's career. Really? How many of you actually thought he was natural? About 5% according to the surveys. And so 95% of the people already know he was lying. At least we believe he is. 5% did not think so. And so if there is definitive proof showing that he is lying, do you really think it's going to negatively affect his business?
You look at some of these channels where somebody's chugging along on YouTube and they have nothing, right? Then all of a sudden they change their voice to a high-pitched nasally voice and they start doing other things and they suddenly blow up.
And so now millions of people are talking about him again. And so what does that do? Makes him even more popular. You ever watch the WWE? There are the good guys and the bad guys. You can't have one without the other.
Nobody beats the bad guy.
If everyone's a good guy, it's boring. You need to have that evil villain. You need to have that fake natty. And so if you really think this is going to hurt his business, you're wrong. Guaranteed he's making more money than last time.
I couldn't be more grateful for some of the guys sitting on the couch, making reaction video, surfacing new information that's gonna lead to some goddamn good discussions.
And so the Liver King, he's watched the videos. He's seen what people are saying. And so what is the response?
Good morning, primals. Lots of exciting distractions attempting to pull me away from my highest priorities.
And so apparently all you have to do is talk about another problem that's a real problem in the real world, and that will diffuse people's attention to what you're actually doing.
When you know that our people are hurting at record rates, suffering and struggling with depression, anxiety, infertility, autoimmune conditions, low energy, low libido, and low ambition in life, and there's a better life to live, it's a simple, elegant solution. It's called ancestral living.
And so what does that have to do with you taking thousands of dollars of growth hormone, testosterone, DECA, and Winstrol? How does that affect that? His response could have been, well, if you're on HRT taking growth hormone, perhaps you'll be less depressed. And that is actual science. There is truth to that.
It can change your life tomorrow. When you know exactly where to point your energy at, it gives you clarity, it gives you drive, it gives you determination.
What does that have to do with anything? That you lying about taking growth hormone, testosterone, that somehow is going to help other people's rate of suicide? What is going on with that?
I couldn't be more grateful for some of the guys sitting on the couch, making reaction video, surfacing new information that's gonna lead to some goddamn good discussions.
And so what I take from that is that the Liver King loves this. Derek's making videos, I'm making videos, Nick Trilogy, everyone is making videos about the Liver King. And so it allows us to talk more about it. And so it brings more eyeballs and more money. And so is the Liver King playing 4D chess? Now, personally, I would never imagine a coach leaking this information. I can't understand it. Having coached people for years, thousands of people, obviously, I know a lot about what people have taken, not taken, and not everyone wants their private information. In fact, most don't want their private information shared with the rest of the world. And to me, it's like a doctor-patient relationship. And so no matter what, if a guy's a fake natty, you don't like the guy, you're having a beef, you can't just go and expose it. Imagine, you're friends with the coach for a year, you're telling him all your secrets. Hey, I do this. My wife doesn't know that I'm on HR. I don't want them to know about it. And then after a year, they say, I don't like this guy. And then they go and share with the world. Not cool.
I hope, for my own sake as a journalist, for what I do, I hope he doubles down. I hope he triples down on the fact that he's still natural.
I can't wait to find out more information. I'm sure Nick will be posting multiple videos talking about this. And so can't wait to see how the story unfolds. Let me know in the comment section. Do you think the Liver King is going to make more money or less money after all this goes down? Is this actually the end of the Liver King, or is it just the beginning? Subscribe and click the bell button, comment for the algorithm. Don't forget to at least watch one of those 2 bloops. Remember, harder than last time supplements, use code Greg. Click the link in the description. Also, the cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team, of which I won't leak your information to the world. Like the video if you liked it, and until next time, I am out.